Hey everybody! Last week we reviewed shape and form. This week we're talking about pattern 2, and we're going to use form and pattern to create a sculpture. You can either create a unique sculpture, whatever you can imagine, or you could create a real something, a piece of architecture, like Iggy Peck. We used the same 3 colors, red, white, and blue, over and over on our pieces for our sculpture. Repeating those colors kind of makes a pattern. It helps all of the parts of the sculpture look like they go together. Some simple pattern ideas are stripes made out of different kinds of lines like straight, wavy, or zigzags, and dots. But of course you can do anything you like. Okay, so we have our tubes with our patterns and some scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is I want to be able to build more out of my sculpture. So I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller. I do want to say there are probably a million different ways that you could create a sculpture out of these. So I'm just going to show you 2 different examples so that you can see some things to do. And these do not have to be the same size at all. In fact, having some different sizes like big paper towel tubes and some that stay their same size and some that get cut smaller is great. The only thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't cut anything smaller than about 1 inch. And right here, the distance between your first and second knuckle is about 1 inch, because then if we're doing the slits, you might accidentally cut all the way through. So I'm gonna cut 4 slits, top, bottom, left and right, north, south, east, and west. And my slits are going to be about 1/2 inch down. So I've got 1, 2, and then I'm kind of estimating where the other sides are, 3 and 4. And I'm going to do that on the top and the bottom of each piece. Now that I've done that, I can put these slots together and my rings will sit inside of each other, and I can build up a sculpture that way. See how they're interlocking now? If I had another one on this side, it would stand up and I can build a sculpture. Once you build a sculpture, you could build one that's freestanding, or you could glue it onto a bigger piece of cardboard or something like that. Or if it's balanced, it may just stand on its own. You can also change the shape of your tube by pinching and curling or cutting. So another thing that I want to show you is how I can make some cuts all the way around the top of my tube. And then I can do things with this. I can curl these out and start to make flower shapes. I could curl them in. I could change the shape of the ends. All kinds of things that you can do here. When decorating your tubes, you might find it easier to decorate if you stuff them with socks. For the base of your sculpture, use the flat end rather than a cut end of a tube so that it doesn't fall over. Always lock your tubes together in 2 spots and make sure that they lock all the way down. You can build and rebuild as much as you want, or add a little glue to make it stay. I can't wait to see all the creative ideas you come up with. And remember, the most important part is to have fun.